Batman has faced the edge of mortality on numerous occasions throughout his superhero career. Even he couldn't sidestep some heroic deaths. Despite his intelligence and tactical skills, DC's Dark Knight detective is still mortal, sharing the same vulnerabilities as any human being. Here's a chronological list of the rare instances where Batman has met his end in DC Comics universe. Are you ready? Batman number 72 from 1952. In The Death Cheaters of Gotham City, Commissioner Gordon urged Batman and Robin to investigate an elite society known as the Death Cheaters. These affluent individuals would consistently experience death only to return to life unexplainably. However, a hidden adversary had taken on the task of permanently ending their lives. To infiltrate the group, Bruce poisoned himself, being pronounced dead by a doctor. However, the narrative failed to elucidate how Wayne was revived, and it was assumed he designed the poison to be temporary. Brave and the Bold number 115 from 1974. The corpse that wouldn't die. In this storyline, the Dark Knight faced death through electrocution on a high-voltage window frame. Despite this, Ray Palmer, also known as the Atom, took the corpse and shrunk down to enter it. Palmer navigated Bruce's brain, essentially piloting the body like a mech suit, and resolved the case of a kidnapped woman. Strangely, the Atom's actions managed to revive Batman in an unexpected turn of events. Adventure Comics number 462 from 1979. Death of Batman. In this story, a magically powered villain named Bill Jensen brought Batman out of retirement to kill Bruce Wayne, as he believed the Dark Knight's alter ego had framed him for a crime. Batman took on Bill directly, but the confrontation ended with the Dark Knight being mystically disintegrated when the villain realized who was underneath the mask. The situation was quite horrific, witnessed by Batman's daughter Helena. The Dark Knight Returns from 1986. An inspiration for numerous cartoons and, notably, Zack Snyder's DCU movies. Within this narrative, Batman used a robotic armor in a face-off against Superman. As the Man of Steel intervened to suppress an uprising in Gotham, it led to a conclusive confrontation with the Dark Knight. Batman employed medicine to fake his death and guide his rebels into an underground existence. Batman, Birth of the Demon, 1992. Bruce Wayne endeavored to learn more about the Algols. This journey took Batman down a challenging path, leading him to fall in love with Talia. However, his actions drew the ire of Ra's, who was perfecting immortality. Ra's killed Bruce with a shovel. Despite this, Bruce somehow raised again and plunged into a Lazarus pit with Ra's. Only Batman emerged from the pit. Detective Comics number 644, 1992. Electric City, Part 1. Wired. Batman confronted Elmo Galvin, a criminal he had previously apprehended. Subsequently, he subjected Batman to a lethal dose of electricity, capable of powering 2 towns. Fortunately, Robin convinced Elmo to redeem himself by reviving the hero. Action Comics number 770, 2000. Emperor Joker. In this storyline, the Joker gains the power of the fifth-dimensional imp, Mr. MXYZTK. Empowered with this potent magic, the Joker ascended to the status of a literal god, capable of distorting reality. He violently kills Batman in unimaginable ways, underscoring the depths of the madman's depravity. The Joker's antics caused damage to the fabric of space and time, so fortunately, Superman tricked him into relinquishing his power, recognizing that without Batman, the Joker would never be complete. When reality was reconstructed, Bruce's mind was understandably traumatized by all he had experienced. JLA number 74, 2003. The Obsidian Age. The Justice League engaged in a fierce battle against a supernatural Atlantean legion known as the Ancients. As the conflict unfolded, the villains ruthlessly tore off Flash's legs and beat Superman to death. Later, Batman appeared among the casualties, impaled upon a spike alongside his teammates. Fortunately, Manitou Raven successfully revived the heroes, utilizing a combination of time travel and magic to bring them back to the land of the living. Before continuing, are you enjoying this video? We're always bringing up DC Comics' hottest topics to discuss and entertain you guys. So please support us by pressing the like button and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to activate the bell for news, and let's move on. Superman, Red Son number 2, 2003. Elseworlds Tale Red Son. Superman grew up in the Soviet Union. Kal-El grappled with the oppressive rule of his empire, leading Batman to become a freedom fighter. The Dark Knight caused chaos against the regime and eventually opted to blow himself up to escape capture. Although this version of Batman wasn't a hero, his fate was undeniably cruel. Superman/Batman number 15, 2004. Absolute Power, Part 2 of 5. What Price Freedom? In this story, Batman and Superman ruled as dictators. Wonder Woman assembled rebels to overthrow the regime, leading to her killing Batman with her sword. She was then eliminated by a furious Superman, angered by the loss of his best friend. Batman number 672, 2008. Space Medicine. Batman imposters attempted to destroy the original, using Commissioner Gordon as bait. Batman got shot, and a bullet to the chest triggered a heart attack. He remained dead for 4 minutes before being shockingly revived by his adversary, Bat-Devil. This was all part of the latter's game after secret Batman replacements were created in an off-the-books GCPD project. Countdown to Final Crisis number 13, 2008. Abandon all hope. In this story, Batman of Earth 51 faces a horrible death. Monarch's army engaged in a battle against the challengers from beyond, and during the conflict, the Dark Knight pursued the Joker. However, Ultraman seized an opportunity and delivered a fatal blow to Batman by striking the back of his head with a single blow. This shocking event foreshadowed many more multiversal deaths in the upcoming Final Crisis. Final Crisis number 6, 2009. How to Murder the Earth. In this tale, Darkseid decimated Earth. Batman fired a radion bullet at Darkseid, and although the bullet hit the Lord of Apocalypse, Darkseid's Omega beams also struck the Dark Knight. This resulted in a jarring scene of Superman holding Batman's burnt body. However, Bruce was sent through time and later returned to life. Batman number 686, 2009. The two-part story, Whatever Happened to the Caped Crusader, was part of the Batman RIP arc following Final Crisis. This psychological narrative delved into how Gotham's villains coped with the supposed death of the Caped Crusader. At the funeral, the villains delivered eulogies, with each recounting their version of how Batman died. This story implied that, regardless of the circumstances, the villains of Gotham City would always maintain a connection to the Dark Knight, even if only in their minds. Flashpoint number 5, 2011. Thomas Wayne's Batman led part of the resistance. Unfortunately, as Thomas and his team engaged in battle against Wonder Woman's soldiers, the Enchantress betrayed them. The mage aimed supernatural energy toward the Flash, but Thomas intercepted the hit. The Flashpoint universe's Batman died, but his sacrifice enabled Barry to reset the timeline and convey a message back to Bruce about how his father would always love him. This remains one of DC's most sentimental and touching moments. Batman number 6, 2012. The Court of Owls, Part 6, Beneath the Glass. A story where Batman fought against one of the Talons from the Court of Owls, skilled in the use of knives and explosives. Batman emerged victorious but fell into a freezing river, causing his heart to stop. Fortunately, he was pulled out and revived by Harper Row. Earth 2 number 1, 2012. The Price of Victory. The Justice League of this Earth actively fights off Darkseid's parademons. Batman has the task of uploading a virus to a series of towers transporting the aliens to his world. Unfortunately, this mission turned into a suicide operation, as revealed when the towers self-destructed. Despite achieving his goal, Batman died in the ensuing explosions while speaking with his daughter Helena, who served as his Robin at the time. Convergence number 3, 2015. Time Bomb. This tale shows Earth 2's Thomas Wayne as the violent Flashpoint Batman. Thomas collaborated with Dick Grayson and a resistance team to eliminate Telos and his forces. Regrettably, a group of new Earth Bat rogues captured Thomas. To prevent them from harming anyone else, he orchestrated an explosive demise. This was a terrifying but deemed necessary death that served as a reminder to Grayson that, despite his methods, Thomas always had good intentions. Batman number 40, 2015. Endgame, Part 6. Shows Batman in a deadly confrontation with the Joker. Seeking revenge for his nemesis acts against Alfred and Jim Gordon, the Dark Knight and the Joker stabbed each other in one of their most brutal encounters in a cave beneath Gotham. Fortunately, Batman was revived through a regenerative pool, albeit with no memory of ever being the Dark Knight. Injustice vs. Masters of the Universe number 3. The Ultimate Battleground. Damian Wayne assumed the Batman role, collaborating with the Justice League to rescue his father, Bruce, who was captured by Superman, turned into the Black Oracle, and tasked with overseeing the planet. Unfortunately, Damian met his demise when attempting to free Bruce from Superman's control hub. Wonder Woman used her lasso to snap his neck, which broke Bruce out of his trance, filling him with more rage as the rebels retreated and regrouped. DCeased number 2, 2019. One of the most heartbreaking Batman deaths in DCeased number 2, titled The Monster Inside Us All. This chapter explored the fallout of the anti-life equation spreading through Earth. Using Cyborg as a vessel, it evolved into a techno-organic plague that infected Nightwing and Tim Drake. Subsequently, they bit and infected Batman at Wayne Manor. After Batman eliminated his two former Robins, he wore Mr. Freeze's suit to slow the spread of his sickness. However, the virus took control, turning him into one of the undead. Alfred had to use a shotgun to end Batman's life. That was extremely traumatizing for Alfred, who then had to bury the men he had long regarded as his sons. Batman, Last Night on Earth number 3, 2020. Focused on a scarred Bruce Wayne who turned to the dark side after the public turned against superheroes. He rebranded himself as Omega, killed Darkseid, and harnessed the anti-life equation to enslave Gotham, amplifying its effects with Martian Manhunter's telepathy. Attempting to transfer his mind into a stronger, younger clone body, he was brutally impaled on the same spike that held Darkseid's head by the altruistic clone. The clone then assumed the mantle, aspiring to redeem Batman's original purpose. DCeased, War of the Undead God number 8, 2023. The finale of the DCeased sequel showcased Damian Wayne making a significant sacrifice to defeat the dark god Barros. The young Batman injected himself with the life equation, essentially turning into a living bomb. To ensure no interference, Damian used the Justice League as a distraction before teleporting into Ouroboros' lair. There, he destroyed both himself and the Dark God, following in his father's footsteps. This was a heartbreaking moment, capped by endearing goodbyes between Damian, Green Arrow, and of course, his best friend, John Kent/Superman. Batman has proven that he has more than 9 lives. We hope this has been an interesting trip. Please don't forget to subscribe to more videos like this one. See you next time.